Hello, 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 hello. Babe,
Hello, what's up?
This is the last episode.
What? Already?
Actually, that's how I was when I was looking at the numbers, trying to figure out, dang, we went through 12 episodes that fast? But then I realized, we did some bonuses last time. So, I don't know. Maybe we might throw a couple of bonuses in there after episode, this.
After episode reevaluation.
So, if you guys don't know, I am Mr.
And Miss. And ever so often, he and I take the time to reevaluate where we stand as individuals and a couple. So here live on our podcast, we are going to reevaluate or evaluate ourselves in our relationship.
Yes. So welcome to the sofa,
Pillow talk.
where we talk about relationship things. Because
real, raw, relevant reality.
What's that thing you say? Ain't nothing about gossiping in the bed and nothing.
Oh, nobody gossips more than husband and wife at the end of the day. Talking about heaven knows what.
Yeah. So, again, like I say, at the end of every season, we reevaluate ourselves. So, and this is that episode, and we appreciate you guys joining in. So, let's see, we got having some technical difficulties here. All right. So, and before we really get jumping into us reevaluating the our relationship, did you enjoy this season?
Are you saying that just because I did a lot of talking on the last topic?
No, but I love that you're you was very vocal, and I appreciate the vocalness of the last episode.
Easy talker on this set of ears.
Mm-hmm. But like always, if you're on our TikTok account and you follow us, Mr. and Mrs. Take Over the World, you get a chance to see us live up close and personal. And so, again, what we are about to do is embark on evaluating the relationship on the second season finale of...
So we are going to get somewhat personal. We have not practiced this. This is not staged or coached. Yeah. Straight off the dome.
All right.
Real deal Holyfield.
And for you guys on TikTok, if you don't see the description, this is episode 12 of our podcast that you can find on all of the available platforms out there. It is that
the sofa.
Yeah, the sofa pillow talk.
Pillow talk.
And we are reevaluating the relationship. Something that a lot of you guys should do on a regular basis. It can be months in between, weeks in between. I don't say do it like every week, but maybe a couple of weeks in between. Maybe like 3 or 4 months, and you come back. So I'm going to go with the first question.
And disclaimer, these are random questions from a website that we found that we thought would be befitting to help narrate this process of reevaluation. That way the questions will be unbiased and not, how you think we doing?
Yeah.
I think we're doing okay. And how you think we doing? I think we're doing okay. So we can actually kind of dig deep off into some issues. And if there is an issue, it'll give us a chance to address it.
Yeah. So, first question. Does your partner make you a better person? And do you do the same for them?
I feel that I am already a complete person, and we've had a podcast about this.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't see that
individually,
if you didn't hear that podcast last week, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I do feel like my partner helps to enhance me or make me a better person in some way, and I hope that I do the same for them as well. You know, I can say that based on my personality, I'm almost always encourager or optimistic, or always see the positive in anything. I try not to dig too far off into the negative stuff.
Well, with me, as with you, I do feel.
I think he makes me better.
Oh, whatever. I do. I also feel that an individual person as well, and that I can function without you. And I think, to be honest, not to include yourself in my description of what I do as well, but just saying that I think that's what makes this relationship grand, because we can function, and we can function alone, but just together it does amplify everything. So I think that I know she makes me better, and again, that's what evaluating a relationship does. And you have to be open. I think a lot of people run away from honesty when it comes to being in a relationship with each other. It's not a hard thing to be open with someone.
No.
And if you started off from the beginning, it makes one hell of a relationship. All right.
Yeah. Are you and your partner both comfortable with sharing feelings, relying on each other, being close, and able to avoid worrying about the other person leaving?
Nice. Well, it's kind of like
I think we both gonna say, yeah. If you want to leave, let him leave. If she want to leave, let her leave. That's
and I think
personal choice.
We both come from out of where we're not taking invites at the moment due to the last couple of invites that we've had. They were just off topic, guys. But if we've been through a few relationships where
it wasn't so great,
yeah,
or it was good, but it could have been better,
and we stayed longer than what we were supposed to be staying.
And I did share my feelings in my first relationship.
Me neither.
I didn't rely on my partner that much, and we weren't that close.
Okay.
And I definitely don't worry about him leaving, because again, as an individual, I'm a whole person by myself. Not to say that I don't need him, but I want him, to be here, to be a part of my life. That makes sense.
That is a difference too, guys. Wanting someone and needing someone is like totally different. Yeah. There's a difference.
A big difference.
Sharing feelings, again, at the very beginning, I felt like that was one of the God even placed it on my heart to just make sure that I shared anything, definitely past
being
experience.
Open and honest was
I think
a definite must for us.
Yeah, she was kind of reluctant to the no type thing, but I
don't give it all to me at once.
That was
it's just me.
Yeah, but I'm glad that I did though. When disagreements arise, do you and your partner communicate respectfully and with?
Over a whole
I
question,
skipped over.
We'll
go back to that one. Okay, when disagreements arise, do you and your partner communicate respectfully and without contempt or negativity?
Yeah, I am not argumentative at all.
What's I was saying? We ain't got time for arguing. Because, we both shut down. Yeah, I think you probably shut down a little bit harder than I would, but...
Yeah.
Somebody said something on TikTok. I came across a disagreement is a disagreement. It's not an argument. We make a disagreement an argument.
Yeah, by not listening.
Or fussing about someone disagreeing with you about something instead of just sitting and trying to understand why this person may not get the gist of what you're doing, and it may be a legitimate reason for it.
Right. I definitely think we try to take the time out to understand why do we have a disagreement, and what can we do to come to a agreement, even if we have to agree to disagree.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with doing that.
No. Do you and your partner accept each other for who you are without trying to change each other? Yes. I learned this the hard way. K. Michelle said it best. You can't change a man. If he ain't gonna act right, then what you gonna do? I'm gonna leave him alone. Let him be him. I can't. You can influence somebody, true enough, but that would be a form of manipulation if you're not able to accept them for who they are, flaws and all. But I ain't gonna take no bull skate off of nobody.
To add to that, I totally agree with you. But the thing that we look past is that we grow and we change on a daily basis. So,
it's okay to learn to accept your partner for the small changes they make, as long as they're for the better. Now, if you see them going off on a path where they finna derail the relationship or derail themselves, then it's probably a good time to say, hey, look, I think we need to have a heart-to-heart about, the changes I see in you.
See, but the thing is, even with that, and I keep saying, but the thing is, so even with that, you also have to look at, kind of like with the other question, does your partner make you better? So if you come to me with something and I may need to do it, and it may change who I am at the moment, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, is when we sit as humans and people in general, just generalizing it, and we say that, just love me for who I am, I feel that's a cop-out of not wanting to grow and just wanting somebody to settle for your BS, in a sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, kind of do. Yeah.
We had this one.
Yeah. Do you and your partner share decision-making power and influence in the relationship? I'm in charge. I run this show. No, I think it's definitely, when it comes to that, we'll make sure we do that together. I guess you can say that would be one of the things we work 50-50 on, because it can't just be one person in control of everything. There's two different bodies from two different backgrounds, two different histories.
Hello, 2020. But that's that control and power struggle, man of the house type bull crap right there. You can't, if you're looking at the definition of man of the house is I pay the bills and I make all the decisions, then that's not going to apply to those relationships, which it shouldn't even be like that. Still, regardless of you being man of the house, there's nothing wrong with the woman coming to you and saying... So if
he gets a job traveling across the country and I don't have to do nothing but stay at home all day, I'm still going to be like, what you need me to do? What am I here for? What influence am I going to have on a relationship other than just staying home, make sure the house clean, especially if you're going to be gone? Like, what role am I going to be playing?
Yeah.
So that should still be a collective decision to make sure we both want to do or deal with the consequences of what's getting ready to be this decision being made, Yeah. As far as power and influence in the relationship, a lot of folks going to be like, oh, the man is the head of the household, this and the third, whoop, whoop, da-da-da. Yeah, okay, cool. I got it. But still, but we can't have 500 kids if he ain't willing to say, hey, look, let's slow down and let's come up with a plan to make this happen.
So that's what I was going to say. I like the fact that we can sit down and say, together, instead of me or you trying to figure out, okay, so I got to pull off punches in this because...
So we can go ahead and answer the question. Do you think you and your partner think more in the terms of we and us rather than you and I? I say, yeah, we do think of we and us more than you and I. I mean, even though I am me and he is he. And,
yes.
But at the end of the day, if we are collectively in a relationship, then we are we. And the decisions have to be made to influence us. So that means we definitely share the decision making, the power, and the influence in the relationship, because ain't no I in team,
And then we got kids involved.
So you definitely have to take in consideration everybody involved. So whether I feel like I should be head of household or not, it's not solely up to him. So there you go. Is your partner your best friend, and are you theirs? Yeah.
I believe so. I think that's something that we established with. I think we established that at the very beginning.
Yeah.
The friendship
foundation.
Yeah.
I definitely made sure, hey, I got to be friends with you. I got to be able to trust you. Do you and your partner trust each other with passwords, social media, and bank accounts?
We was doing an episode, and folks were asking us how we
same bank account,
and how you consider
how you gonna be
together with your separate bank
accounts, and that means you're divided.
Yes.
No, I trust that he gonna do his part with the bills that he's agreed upon. And I'm going to do my part with the bills that I've agreed upon. And we going to do what's necessary. So, again, do we use the terms we or us? Yeah. It ain't no you and no I. It's we got to do what's collective for everybody.
And there are moments unconsciously where we may say I, where we're at. But it's not intentionally to the point to where we're trying to leave the other person out.
Yeah.
But like she stated, definitely
passwords to social media. Phones are so advanced.
Yeah.
In this day and age versus how it used to be back in the day.
You don't gotta have nobody password. As long as you have access to their phone.
Yeah, or their tablet or laptop. You just click in and go in it.
It's
so open and bank accounts. And I feel like this about passwords and stuff. If I died tomorrow and somebody had to hack into my phone to find out how I died, would I be embarrassed by what I see in there? And if I'm going to be embarrassed by somebody seeing it, then I just don't do it.
Yeah. So
do I have anything to hide? No. It's somebody playing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, but for real though, what are we talking about? We're doing a relationship reevaluation.
Yeah, relationship reevaluation. Something that a lot of people should do on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis if possible.
Once a year.
Once a year at least.
Do you and your partner have good opinions of each other without having an overinflated positive view?
So we finna talk about those people that sit and purposely talk positive about their relationships when they know their relationships ain't really good.
No, we're not talking about everybody. We're talking about
No, I'm just saying. So basically that's what they're saying.
Do we have
overinflating
good opinions of each other? I mean, I kind of like you. I wouldn't say anything. Now, I definitely ain't no exaggerator, so I definitely ain't finna over inflate nothing. And I definitely ain't gonna be to the point where I'm pointing at your flaws and make you just seem like an ugly person.
Yeah.
It's just, no, that's not me. That's not cool.
But it is great when you can just authentically just go out and constantly talk about your partner. And it's not something like your partner is just part of your conversation, period. I'm not, and it doesn't bother me if she sits and says, no, that's not me. But for me, she is part of my conversation. If for some odd reason,
always talking about me to everybody.
She comes part of my conversation. So
like you did it the other day. She was like, do you get your so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so to the lady? And I was like, well, maybe I didn't want nobody to know where I work at.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it out loud and I said to you, so yeah. I get it. You trying to spread awareness or whatever, but sometimes I be like, I be trying to be incognito. Sometimes I be hiding.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, but we'll discuss that later.
You don't want to scold me online, huh?
No.
Do your close friends as well as your partners think you have a great relationship that will stand the test of time?
Yeah, my friends like him. Surprisingly.
You know what?
And his friends like me, surprisingly.
You was so funny about that. She was, I think
even though I don't even like him.
I think your family and friends,
like
reached out to me before you.
I
Like,
did,
you got their number? Wait, what? Wait. Yeah, cause I met her family earlier than
that was the most awkward moment. But yeah, my friends like him and his friends like me, and we got a few friends that are mutual, so
Yeah.
I think they feel like I'm good for him and he's good for me. So at this point, we ain't looking for the approval of others.
No.
But
it's great to have that, though. That support.
We know that we have that support.
And they are like accountability partners as well.
Yeah, they hold us accountable.
Yeah, we get out of pocket.
Some of our friends, well, I know my friends feel like we are relationship goals, given that most of my friends are single still. So they do feel like we are a
they trying to achieve what
couple. Yeah, they want to get to what we are.
Oh,
and again, like I said, I'm proud of my best friend. She's found somebody that she can.
Yeah, me too.
On an equal playing field with. And I would say the same about her. I'm excited about my friends and their endeavors.
Okay.
Is your relationship free of red flags like cheating, jealousy, and controlling behavior? As long as he ain't messing with my food, we good.
And that's sad. That is so sad. She wouldn't.
Cheating,
what? It's
jealousy, and controlling behavior are nothing that I am concerned about at all.
It's sad that
it's good that we're not mad at each other. It's good that you're made for each other. Yeah,
she's still running. She's still running from
the red flag probably should have been, I don't like you like that for him, but we've kind of grown past that.
Yeah.
Thankfully we have gracefully grown past that.
Yeah.
But no, there's no worry of infidelity, jealousy, no controlling behavior. Because I'm a big girl and I like to do...
We've been through that already.
Yeah.
That's something we established at the beginning, that we don't... no arguing.
What I'm going to tolerate, what I'm not going to tolerate.
We ain't got time to argue. Cheating and stuff, gone. I went through previous marriage, through that, and I shall never do it again.
Cheating for him is like a purposefully made option. If you make up your mind to cheat, you meant to do that.
Yeah, ain't no accident on cheating.
Only thing I would be jealousy. Jealous about food. Like I said, I'm a big girl. I'm a foodie. I'll probably fight for a plate before I fight for him, which is sad. But I'm being honest here. Okay. Controlling behavior. Been there, done that. Don't want to do it anymore. It wasn't like overly controlling, but it was like verbally controlling, which is probably some people say the worst. You're tracking me down. I do get defensive about that with him, and I have to slow myself down or rethink. Maybe I ain't really tracking. Maybe I should change the way I'm responding.
But I get that too, though, because where you come from, and that's why I was saying about that. This
particular incident we had last year.
Yeah, and I looked at it and I said, I'm pretty sure that came off kind of being like the other person.
And after I thought about it, I was like, oh, well, maybe I could have,
We both had some room to make.
Different.
Yeah, we both had room
and it was this. It wasn't even really an argument. It was just a small disagreement on what timing and what we had lined up and how things were falling. I think we were expecting different things.
Yeah.
And we just had not communicated that with each other. So.
And it happens. It's the fact that you can sit and talk, that's what makes a relationship. And we run from that talking, that communication.
So, do you and your partner share the same values when it comes to politics, religion, the importance of marriage, and desire to have kids or not, and how to parent? That's a lot in that question. We're going to unpack that slowly.
The first one.
No.
She don't want no more kids, but...
That's not the first one. That's like way down the line.
I'm saying the first one. She don't want no kids, but...
we do share some similar values.
I think we share a lot of similar values.
We have a different perspective on those values.
Yeah.
But
I think it comes
don't
together.
bash.
I think it comes together perfectly.
Yeah. So his knowledge of politics is, he probably hit a little bit more into the news and politics than I am. I'm not into news and politics. I could care less. To me, the political system is like a bunch of hogwash. This Democratic versus Republican versus liberal and all this other stuff. This is like, all of it needs to work together for the greater good. You know, if it's going to be a United States of America, they just need to unite all that stuff and do it for everybody, not for just one body involved. That's my take on it. Religion, some people kind of dig off into religion a little bit too deep at times, I feel, you know.
Don't get us talking about religion.
Political. We're spiritualists. Don't
get us talking about religion.
Religious people. We're spiritualists. The importance of marriage.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you haven't responded really. Importance of marriage. He feels that marriage is very important. He feels like, with or without a piece of paper, the establishment of the covenant between the man and the woman.
Once we get up under these covers and we do the bounce, chicka, bounce, then
the marriage has already been consummated.
Y'all sitting out here having sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Paul, Cyrus, and all them folks like that.
If we had to truly marry the person we had sexual engagements with, a lot of people would be disappointed with the choices they made.
They wouldn't have sex if that. Again, I tell folks, like, man, folks be so mad if it was a law right now, a man law, where they said if whoever you have sex with, you gotta be married with them for 5 years. You know how many people would sit and think real hard about who they finna lay down with. But throw the paper out the way. Marriage is basically sex. And we're just willy-dillying going out here and marrying people. That's, again, why we have
pleasure, not
sex for pleasure, having all these soul ties, and we trying to figure out what's going on with us in our life.
So that goes into the desire to have kids or not. We got plenty of them. We don't need no more. That was established at the beginning of the relationship. This guy's pretty fertile. I'm pretty smart when it comes to kids. I knew what my limits were and said, you know what, I'm done. How to parent, neither one of us ain't figured that out, and we probably never will. It's a daily struggle and a daily learning process, not a struggle.
Yeah, it's a learning process. I don't think no one. I will respectfully bless the person out that sit up here and tell me that they got parenting under control. I don't
even have individuality and self under control.
You
95%
may be.
Of the time.
You may get to a point to where it is in good standings,
right?
But we would never be perfect in parenting.
Whew.
Do you and your partner, I skipped again, and both have agreeable and emotional stable personalities?
Yeah, definitely.
I did before I met her. Way before I met her, I had to go out and get it. And I think that opened the door for me to have the relationship that I have with her during the time prior to her.
Down and over. Oh, Lord.
Oh, hold on. I gotta do it. Look. Did it? Oh.
Say your pen is required to sign in.
Oh.
But keep going.
But yeah, so the I don't know what it is. Just flip it back the other way. Oh, you know what it is? I don't know what it is. I gotta look at the question again. They weren't right. There's the numbers right there. So when you
are we agreeable? Do we both have agreeable and emotionally stable personality?
Yeah. I had to learn how to say no. That is like one of the best words to learn in the vocabulary. No. I was gullible and easy, and I always thought that if I said no, a relationship would end that I thought may have been great, or I would be looked down upon, or I just won't be able to get that particular person. I just realized no was the best thing that I learned in my older years. I want to say 37, 38 I learned how to say no. And that opened the door for me to have this relationship that I have now.
Yes. So, are you and your partner willing to sacrifice your needs and desires and goals for each other without becoming a doormat? Yes, I totally agree. Definitely don't want to be ran over and don't want to run over anybody. You know, that's not the purpose of us, our union. That's not the purpose of us being together. It's to work together, to make those sacrifices where they're necessary, to make sure everybody's desire is getting met, everybody's goal for the relationship is getting met, which is what we're doing here, reevaluating what our goals and desires are and what we need to do for our relationship to continue to make it great and make it thrive. And
all right, go ahead. What's next? That's the last one.
Are you and your partner sexually compatible? Probably not, but we do it anyway.
Are we sexually compatible? You ain't read it out loud enough. You need to let the folks in the backyard hear it. Are we sexually compatible? Yes.
Probably not, but we do it anyway.
How
do we determine that? I don't know.
We read our horoscope, and our horoscope told us that
the horoscope tell everybody that sex is freaking good, honey. Duh.
We were not.
We've experienced. I mean, you started earlier than me, and you experienced sex at a much younger age than I did. So, are we sexually compatible?
No, but then
no.
I still.
You're still learning.
But we all are.
Yeah. So
even though I started early.
Hogwash. You know, you can teach anybody anything.
Yeah. So the moral is having time to sit back and reevaluate your relationships, because it may start off great, especially in a marriage. You may see yourself 4 years after being married and wondering, why am I in this relationship? And it may be to a point to where just reevaluating what you guys, because you grow, you change. Every time you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning, you're a totally different person. And I say this to everybody about her. I go to sleep and I wake up. My mindset is she's a totally different person, and I got to sit and I got to study her all over again. So for me, that makes it a little everyday adventurous for me. All right. So, was it something I said yesterday that maybe turned how she feel about things? And the only way for me to figure that out, I have to ask questions or just pay attention to what's going on, or even ask, babe, the conversation that we had yesterday, we good? Is there something else that I need to know? Because sometimes maybe you need to sleep on things. So reevaluating and coming back and sitting back down just may save a lot of relationships, especially marriages, from ending up being bad situations at the end of the day.
So, yeah, we're excited. We're going to take the next 10 minutes off on the podcast to do a in-depth reevaluation. We're doing financially. We're going to redo our goals for the next 3 to 6 months and prepare for our next evaluation. But in between time, we will be working really hard to make sure we reach our goals and we remain true to our relationship and to each other and to all those involved and affected by us in the long run.
Again.
So, yeah.
We do thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast. And like always, you can catch us on TikTok, Mr. and Mrs. Take Over the World, and also on Instagram, on
Take Over the World.
On Facebook and YouTube. You can find us by typing in The Sofa Real Talk. Yeah. The podcast is Pillow Talks, The Sofa Pillow Talk. So with that being said, guys, we totally love you. And this is our last episode for this season. But again, we may have some bonuses. Until next season, we appreciate you guys listening. And please share like always. Bye-bye.
Bye.